Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase that happened on February 21st, 2024. So usually there's always a pattern that there would be a Nintendo Direct this February. It did. Yeah, there were a lot of rumors, a lot of story what happened. So apparently some of these rumors are true. That it was going to be delayed for a week because of the Xbox podcast update, the future of Microsoft. And I'm probably going to give my thoughts about that in a different video. Let's just say that Microsoft to some extent is doing what Sega, but not fully, but to a point that more of their first party games are now going multi platform. Of course, there have already been some, such as Minecraft, but it is what it is there. So that'll be a different story. Plus, a big one, Rare Replay, because I'll explain later what happened there. So anyway, I'm going to give thoughts of the game they announced that I am interested, starting with Grounded. So this is one of the 4 games that's going to go multi-platform from Xbox. If you listen to the podcast, Phil Spencer said it's going to be 4 games, 2 are community driven, and 2 of them are technically not big title. So for people wanting to have, let's just say, Indiana Jones or Starfield, well, let's just say that that's really not going to happen. And yeah, it is what it is. So officially Grounded is going to be platform. It's going to be on the Switch, it's going to be PlayStation 5, and apparently it's going to be cross-save and cross-play, so that's a good thing. So before I even continue, I got to give my thoughts on the Japanese side. So they have some game that they don't announce in the West and vice versa. It is what it is. The idea of the Nintendo Direct is to market to your audience, depends what it is. If it's in Japan, mostly it's going to be anime games. In the West, mostly casual, family, to some extent marine, but that wasn't the case for this one. So there were some of the showcase where there was a free-to-play RPG. I guess it's popular in Japan. There was even another RPG. I don't know if that's going to come out multi-platform in the future. So there were some, even especially Retro Challenge, or in Japan, Retro Challenge CX, featuring Arino. For people who don't know, he's a comedian that plays, let's just say, Famicom or hard games and trying to finish it. Popular guy. So that one's already out by the time it's recording in Japan. The question is, will they release that outside? Well, in the case of Retro Challenge, published by Xseed for the DS, that game didn't really sell to a point that the company almost went to a negative because, let's just say, it's a licensed game, believe it or not. CX, Retro Challenge, is based on a game show. So the reason why future game never been ported outside, because Xseed even jokingly said that if we did, we're probably going to go out of business because it was very expensive. That's why no ever Retro Challenge game ever came out. Will the Switch version come? Who knows? Just have to wait and see. If it does, that's going to be surprising me. I hope PS4 version, but that's a different story there because I love my trophy. But the biggest one is the Nintendo Switch Online for the Game Boy Advance, and that is in Japan. Mother's 3 finally is in there, and the Mother's fans are not happy. Unless you're in Japan. Outside, they're not, because ever since the game was announced, the Mother fans outside of Japan keep asking, keep demanding, keep begging, please localize the game. And yeah, there have been a lot of history of why they didn't. A lot of times it's either real life touchy situation that they didn't want to offend the international audience, but I don't know the whole story. So to some extent now, they're hopefully doing, even when Reggie was still president, even Reggie tried to convince Nintendo of Japan, but nothing happened. I mean, it is what it is. Let's wait and see if they're going to find and localize the game. If they do, hey, I might just get it in full price. If it's $20, so be it. We'll just have to wait and see. But it is interesting because as of right now also, that if you're a paid member, you get an icon from the Earthbound series or Mother. But it is funny. Again, we'll just have to wait and see there. So anyway, continue to my thoughts of the game they showed in the Western branch. It's another one. Unicron Overlord will have a demo. So yeah, it's a weird one. First of all, the game, Vanillaware, awesome. I played the demo on the PS5. Better experience in my opinion. It is fun. It is sort of a kind of like an easy to understand strategy RPG. So if you're interested, if you like Vanillaware, you like those other games, I highly recommend the demo. It is fun. It does transfer to the full game. I like that. That should be an industry standard. So the weird part was, first in the 21st, there was a demo only for the Switch, and then the other one came like the 22nd at 9 p.m. Pacific. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. I played it. It is fun. Am I going to get the full game? Maybe in the long run. Again, for me personally, whether the game is a AAA or not, I'd rather just buy it cheap. It's just me because I have a lot of games backlog. But Unicorn Overload, it is a good game. I would highly recommend it. Monster Hunter Story. So the first game, it was the 3DS, and then it went to iPhone and then Apple Arcade. Now it's going to be on the Switch, but better, it's also going to be on PC and PS4 with better graphics, better frame rate, and best of all, English dub, especially Navarro, the same voice actor who did Monster Hunter Stories 2, which I have that game for the Switch. The frame rate was shitty potato, but again, hopefully that also goes to the PS5. Just saying, frame rate in this time of age, it's a must, 60 frame at least. But yeah, so am I gonna get it for the PS4? Definitely for trophies. Again, if it's cheap, I'll get it. But the big question is, for the Switch version, will they still have that amiibo feature, or are they gonna take it out? Does this mean that finally Monster Hunter Story amiibo will finally be released in the West, all 6 of them? But I don't know. That'll be nice. I mean, like I said in another showcase, I kind of showed them. I got it cheap at Play Asia, surprisingly. 3 out of the 6, and let's just say Navarro's not one of them, but it is what it is. Hopefully, wait and see. And if you're wondering why, unfortunately, I think Monster Hunter Story for the 3DS wasn't really a worldwide release. It was released a year later. By the time the game came out, I think there was already a lot of amiibo already in the West. The DLC for Smash Bros. Wii U, especially Wave 2 of The Legend of Zelda, not just too much amiibo. You think a lot of people are going to buy them, just saying. So hopefully, maybe in the long run, they'll consider it fine. I mean, they did it with the Sanrio, just saying. Just saying there. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, but awesome there. Epic Mickey ReBrushed. So it's an HD version of the original Wii exclusive, finally multi-platform. For $60, that's questionable, but like I said it in another video, unless you want to play it now when it's released, be patient about it. If you have a lot of games backlog, be patient, give it at least 6 to a year. The game might be dropped down. There have been already games that barely a year and they already have a price drop. I mean, it is what it is. Kind of sucks to some extent for the business, but $60, no good. But yeah, finally, maybe I'll get a chance to play it with better control this time. I played the second one on the PS3 and then I never really finished it, but I heard it's a good game. I mean, Warren Spector for the Epic Mickey game is actually good. So, bravo. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. So this was rated in the Korean board. And then the rumor was that this will be a multi-platform game. Finally, it was revealed, yes, it is. So, of course, if you know the original one was a Switch exclusive, I mean, to some extent, Shin Megami Tensei been known to be in a Nintendo console. I mean, it is what it is. As Persona was a PlayStation console association, but when Persona 5, or heck, let's just go back, Persona 3 all the way to 5 went to the Switch, how come no Shin Megami Tensei on the PlayStation? Well, besides 3, finally you got 5, maybe hopefully 4, and maybe a remake of 1 and 2, but just have to wait and see. So for Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, it's going to be multi-platform, especially for PS4 and PS5, 4K 60 frames, awesome. Of course, I'm going to get that trophy support, unless Nintendo decide to do their trophy support, but we'll see with the next Nintendo console. And it's supposed to be better and longer because it's going to add more story than the first one. So the original version. We just have to wait and see, but kudos to Atlas at least. Sword Online Fractured Dreams, so it's the latest iteration of the game. Again, surprisingly no dub, which is kind of bullshit. Yes, believe it or not, for cheap price, I do have a lot of Sword Online games. I know, I played the first one, I have not played the other ones yet. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I like the series, and you really can't deny if the game's like $10. That's how much I bought most of them, really, $10. But hopefully there's English dub, but kind of lame. I know the only time that Kirito and Suna had English dub, Tales of Arise, but that's a different story there. But kudos, another one. It is what it is there. Gundam Breaker 4, it's going to be multi-plat, so Gunpla. I know that the first one was in the PS4. I don't know what happened to number 2 and number 3. Chance of this being English dub, probably going to be slim again, because again, Namco Bandai. With licensed anime, to some extent still, I don't know, maybe they're changing that they don't dub their game. It's expensive. They talk about My Hero Justice 1. They tried it, but deal didn't work. It fell through. But the second one they did, and then of course Gundam Operation, the free-to-play game, actually have English dub. Gundam Evolution did have English dub. Sadly, the game went down. I don't know. It was potential. I mean, Halo, Call of Duty meets Gundam, but different story there. And of course, the latest anime from Akira Toriyama, Sandland, also gonna have English dub. Awesome. So hopefully this one, but just have to wait and see. If you're a fan of Gunpla and sort of a virtual on fan, you might like this one then. So the next one is another rumor from Pyoro. And some of this, you gotta give props that Pyoro got them right, but that's what Pyoro does. So a lot of the leaks, a lot of the hints that this person gave were true, 100%. This person did F099, another code relocation, of course Super Mario Wonder. But anyway, what am I talking about? Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, exclusive for the Switch. Maybe it kind of makes sense because of gyro control. I played Super Monkey Ball on the PS5, the latest one before this. And yeah, it's not fun with the controller. Maybe you have to use the controller for like a gyro movement, but again, whatever, it is what it is. But hey, if you're a Monkey Ball fan, here it is. Fantasy Life for the Switch coming this fall. So it's a sequel to the one on the 3DS and on the mobile phone. I played the first one. It is kind of interesting what it is. Technically, the story is that it depends which occupation you do. There's a different story, but at the same time, you kind of build your attributes. And believe it or not, the more you level up, there are like sort of stat that's permanently going to be with you. So if you like some sort of an RPG, simulator, adventure, Fantasy Life is probably with you. And then a Shadow Drop. Penny's Big Breakaway, the developer for Sonic Mania, they did this game. So looks potential, good 3D platform. I saw the trailer. Maybe in the long run I'll try it out. So another one that was credited to Pyoro that Game Freak's going to be in this Nintendo Direct. A sequel to a popular game on the 3DS that combines Racehorse and Solitaire, and that is Pocket Card Jockey Ride On. So it was an Apple Arcade, now it's on the Switch, and supposed to be there's a demo for the US version, but I didn't see it. But since you know what, I have gold coins, I can get up to $10. Might as well just get it. So I did get it. I played it. I still having fun. I know it's a weird obscure game, but if you want some sort of like a casual, easy to understand solitaire game with some horse racing element, it's a good casual game. I'm just gonna say that. Contra Galuga has a demo for multiple console. I played the one on the Switch. Let's just say that the frame rate is not good. It does go to 60 frames to some extent, or it's trying to. But then when I played it on the PS5, oh, muy bueno. I would recommend it. Easy to play, even having fun. And like I said, a lot of these games, just because, oh, it's for show, the frame rate, no. It'll be better experience, easy to control, easy input. That's why there's a reason why fighting games are in 60 frames. Same goes with other games. So maybe with the next Nintendo console, they can make all this game into 60 frames, but we'll just have to wait and see. So another one, there was a montage, and the one that caught my eye is Pentiment, another game for the Xbox. So this is the second game that Phil Spencer announced is going to be in the Xbox. Made by Obsidian, the people who did Outer Worlds. So a lot of people did say it's a good game, so awesome. $20. Hey, why not? So props. And nothing else to say about that one, but it is just interesting. And then if you wonder what are the other two games, so the rumors and the speculations were true. So first was Grounded, Pentiment. The third one is Hi-Fi Rush, PlayStation 5, and also I'm gonna assume the next Nintendo console. People say how come it's not on the Switch? Unless you want to play the game, you know, it runs like a potato, by all means. But I would just suggest wait for the next Nintendo console. Maybe it can run there because the game has to be 60 frame. I played it on the Xbox when it had Game Pass. I can see why. This game has to be 60 frame because there is a lot of rhythm timing game. Just saying there. But anyway, I do digress. Like I said, I'm going to give my opinion about that situation, what Microsoft did. Good, bad, we'll just have to wait and see. So they did close with two big things. And this is something that's funny that I'm laughing. And to some people, including Smash JT, hey, you're cool in my book, but dude, you gotta have to calm down with the well, let's just say rare replay. So, and some people wish, and hopefully that eventually rare replay will be on the Switch. Does it make sense? Yeah, some of those games are from the Nintendo era. There's some Spectrum game, There's even Xbox One game, and I'm assuming that can run on the Switch. Granted, probably the 360 game, and the way they did it, okay, here's a spoiler if you have Rare Replay. The 360 game is just an installer. So, install the game, boom, there you go. It is what it is. And for the Xbox One and before, there's a Killer Instinct and Blastcore for the even Gemini Force for the N64. Yeah, you play them on, well, okay, here's the funny part, and I think a lot of people, maybe I just got a lucky break that my friend, I got it for Christmas in 2015, that my Rare Replay physical version is a installer disc, because I put the game in, and then at one point I forgot to put the game in, and then I click on Rare Replay, and it was just running fine. I said, oh, I guess I got the digital version, and then I double check. I went to the Xbox store, and they said, yeah, I have it as digitally to a point. And you saw me in my main channel give my quick opinion about GoldenEye. Yes, I do have GoldenEye for the Xbox system, but to some extent, I can't play it because it's first person. I tried it and I didn't feel good, but beside the point. So what am I talking about Rare Replay there? So Nintendo showed and offered for the Nintendo Switch Online 5 rare games, and I like the reaction to some people, and I'll explain it later. So what are the 5 games? So for the Nintendo, RC Pro Arm, classic, good casual fun, but doesn't really last long. Snake Rattle and Roll, again, I don't know what the games I did trying to play it, I don't understand it. And then for the Super Nintendo, this one's not in Rare Replay, so I don't know why people are complaining. First is the NES version of Killer Instinct. Granted, again, Killer Instinct 1. Remember, in Rare Replay, it has Killer Instinct 2. If you want to play Killer Instinct 1, you gotta buy the Killer Instinct game for the Xbox One. Yeah, I have it. Spoiler, I'm not a fan of Killer Instinct. I tried playing those games. The one that I enjoyed was the latest one because of the mechanics is so different. And I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. And of course, for the N64 Blast Corp, I did play that one. Of course, I did a showcase episode. Fun game, kind of weird, but hey, you know, whatever, it's rare. And what happens for some, they're not happy. Why not just give us Rare Replay? Okay, you know, I mean, you should. Portability, people can't afford an Xbox, especially an Xbox One or whatever. It's not on PC because of how the game goes. Again, I don't think it's a disc. I think it's an installer to some extent. That's just my guess. Like I said, especially with the 360 game, it is what it is. And some of the reaction also that kind of gave me like a chuckle is some of them said, I'd rather trade all these 5 rare games to Mother 3. So when somebody says that, you know that you're a super Mother fan. That's why. But again, it is what it is. Wait and see. Maybe they are going to localize Mother 3. And in the case with the rare games, they're probably going to have more rare games. There are still some that people wanted. Diddy Kong Racing, Conquer's Bad Fur, Banjo 2D. I think that was also going to come out eventually. And then there's even people that don't know. Wizard and Warrior is a rare game. And there's a lot of them. So again, just have to wait and see. So anyway, yes, the NSO rare game. Props in my opinion is a good thing. More, the better. And closing with this one, credit again with Pyoro, is Pyoro basically said, is Dolphin a partner showcase? So a lot of people said, Project Dolphin, the GameCube, like, dude, that's way far, but that's ridiculous. But I knew for me when Pyoro said Dolphin that it was going to be Endless Ocean, and I was right. A lot of people, the majority of people are right, and that is Endless Ocean Luminous will have even better online. So believe it or not, I do have Endless Ocean 1 and 2, and both of them actually have online features, believe it or not. But of course, it's on the Wii, the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, they're dead. So, but like if you want a casual underwater sea adventure, yeah, I would highly recommend Endless Ocean. So you might say, hey, NautoAis, how come you have the first 2 games? Well, they were cheap. They were like $20, so I just bought them from Nintendo. Plus, I can put the code in for Club Nintendo, if you know what I mean. Yeah, if you follow the Club Nintendo and Wii storyline, you know what I mean. But anyway, yes, Endless Ocean Luminous, up to 32 people. That's awesome. Am I going to get it? Again, if they're going to have a sale, maybe it's $30. You never know. There have been games I bought from Nintendo that are $30. Insane. I mean, Breath of the Wild for the Switch, I got it for $26. Just saying. And, you know, it is what it is. So, interesting with Endless Ocean Luminous. That is my thoughts for this showcase. again, for me, I don't care whether it's a main showcase or a partner showcase. At least there are games. And the game they showed here, of course, like I said, the one I give my thoughts, the one I like, there are games for everyone, and that's the idea there. There's the RPG, there's classic, there's casual, there's some action game. I mean, there's one, I'm just going to say it here, Battlefront from the Star Wars series, the classic one. You can release that multi-platform. Of course, I have the first one on the Xbox One. It is what it is. Again, it's from the Xbox One. Now it's like supposed to have more quality of life for that one, but you get what I mean. So the Direct actually have a lot of things for everyone. That's a good thing. So if I would give an impression, I would give it actually, believe it or not, an 8 out of 10. So there are a lot of games for everyone. There are surprises. Yes, granted that Pyoro kind of spoiled it, but Pyoro's a leaker, and Pyoro doesn't straight out say what the game is. Pyoro gives you hints. So, I mean, you don't have to follow Pyoro on Twitter. A lot of people do because it's interesting. Just saying there. So it's an 8 out of 10. Apparently, there's a rumor there will be another Direct this March or April. It could be they finally going to unveil the next Nintendo console. And like I said multiple times, powerful, great, goes games to 60 frames. That's fine. Portability still, that's fine. A secondary console for me personally, an option, an alternative. But the biggest one I want him to do, and I've been doing this in my main channel, is finally have an achievement system. Heck, even Nintendo probably even said that it's a good idea because people want it. And believe it or not, whether you like it or not, there are some people, the reason they refuse to buy third-party games on the Switch is because they don't want to. First of all, besides the performance, is that the lack of achievement. And I know I mentioned it before. Yeah, Miyamoto is not a fan of it because he thinks like dangling carrot. And the Nintendo philosophy is that games are meant to be fun, not a competitive, to issue their own whatever. So anyway, that is my thoughts of the Nintendo Direct partnership that happened in February 21st, 2024. It's awesome. Gotta give props. With that, I'll see you guys later.